Hi there, welcome to the show. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of purpose. So the title of this message is called The Importance of Purpose. Right, I'm going to divide this talk into 6 stages for clarification purposes. On the first stage, I'm going to define purpose. What is purpose? On the second stage, I'm going to explain the importance of purpose. On the third stage, I'm going to explain the advantages of purpose. On the fourth stage, I'm going to explain the disadvantages of lack of purpose. On the fifth stage, I'm going to show you how you can find your own purpose. Now let's start with the first stage. What is purpose? Can be understood in different contexts, but generally speaking, it refers to the reason for which something is made or created or exists. I'll give you a good example of purpose. For example, lights like tower lights, street lights, they were made for the purpose of giving light during the night. So the purpose of lights is to give light. And as long as there is night, there will always be the need for lights. Therefore, there will always be lights. Now let's go to the second stage, the importance of purpose. Purpose is the fundamental driver of human motivation and fulfillment. Purpose gives direction. Purpose gives meaning to life. Purpose gives you knowledge of what is good for you and what is bad for you. Purpose determines who are your friends and who are your enemies. Purpose sets boundaries for the things you should never do and the things you must do. Purpose is light. When you have purpose, you walk in light. When you don't have purpose, you walk in darkness. Purpose enables you to set goals as it gives you direction. Now let's go to stage number 3, which is the advantages of having purpose. When you have purpose, you have identity. When you have identity, you know the things which are your business and the things which are not your business. When you have purpose, you have direction. You know where you are not supposed to go, and you know where you're supposed to go. You know the things that you're supposed to do and the things you are not supposed to do. So the major importance of purpose is that it gives you direction and it gives you identity. When you have direction and identity, you have everything which is important in life. Now let's go to stage number 4, which is the disadvantages, lack of purpose. The disadvantages of lack of purpose is lack of identity and lack of direction. When you don't have purpose, you don't have direction, you don't have identity. You're like a ship in the ocean, drifting with no destination and with no direction, just going any direction. If you are passionate about a purpose, you just be following other people's purposes. If they say let's go east, you go east. If you see others saying let's go west, you go west. You just be following people's directions. Without purpose, you have no direction, and procrastination and laziness will increase since you have no reason to take action. Without purpose, you have no identity, and without identity, you will have no value. Worthless. Without purpose, you will have weak resistance, and you have no willpower. Without purpose, you have weak resistance, weak willpower. Lack of purpose can lead to depression, anxiety, and suicide. Now let's go to stage 5, and now let's talk about how you can find your own purpose. Finding purpose in life is a deeply personal journey, but there are a few key steps that can guide you toward finding it. There is something important you should take note of. When there is a problem or a need, a solution is created to fill the need. A solution is created to solve the problem. So before your creation, there was a problem, there was a need, and then you were created as a solution to that problem. You were created to fill the need which existed before your creation, which means your purpose existed long before your creation. So who knows your purpose? Is your creator. The one who created you is the one who knows your purpose. Therefore, to know your purpose, you need to become a Christian. You need to receive the forgiveness of sins. You need to be baptized with water. And you need to seek your purpose from your Creator. When you do, your Creator will reveal your purpose to you in the form of dreams and visions. So the only person who knows your purpose is your Maker. Without your Maker, you will never know your purpose or the factors which led to your creation. You will never know. Therefore, to know your purpose, you need to get in contact with your